Hello guys, so today I just wanted to do a quick video on my tips for vlogging in public. I've vlogged in a couple of countries in Western Europe, I've vlogged in Australia, I've vlogged in Central America, I've vlogged in a couple of countries in Asia. Like I've vlogged all over the shop. So I thought I would share some tips about how to feel more comfortable, mostly just talking to the camera in public. So tip number one, if you are traveling on like a round the world trip or something, it's best to start in a country where people don't speak your language. Personally, I find that I'm way less nervous if I feel like the local people won't know what I'm saying anyway. So in China, I would feel very comfortable vlogging in public there because people will stare at me anyway. So if I'm holding up a camera and talking to myself, I mean, it doesn't really add any extra pressure. So if you do want to start a vlog, best to start in a place where you're going to get stared at anyway, and it'll make you less nervous because you'll get used to the staring regardless. Okay, tip number two. This sounds a little weird, but I always find I'm feeling a lot more confident about talking to myself if I start the video when people are around. So, for instance, I might be walking down the street and I'll start filming the vlog from that point. Rather than trying to find a quiet space and having someone walk in on me, I feel like it's just a bit, I don't know, I just seem less crazy if I'm not like talking to myself in a corner and someone stumbles upon me. If I start filming and vlogging in public and I'm talking to myself, then people can kind of feel like, oh, she must just be doing something. It's not so weird because she's not trying to hide it from us. She's already doing it in front of us. So I feel like that definitely helps. Start when you are around people. Don't let someone walk into you like awkwardly and be like, do you want me to take a photo of you? Which happens like, it's happened to me a couple of times. Okay, so the third tip is you need to practice a lot. So personally, I wouldn't really, like I've never really practiced in my hometown. Probably because I wasn't really vlogging when I was there, but just go out to like attractions around your hometown and practice, because you're only going to get better at it the more you do it, and you're going to feel more comfortable with it the more you do it. Tip 4. 4? 1, 2, yeah. Take someone with you. Like, I've definitely vlogged solo. I did a trip about a month ago just around China by myself, which you'll see in future vlogs. But definitely feel more confident where I have like Steven or a friend around me, and even if they're not talking to the camera with me, just as long as someone else is with me, I feel a lot better about talking to myself essentially. Because sometimes people might look over and they'll think, oh, maybe they're just talking to each other, or it just feels less weird if you're with a group, which doesn't really help much if you're a solo traveler, so sorry. Okay, so tip maybe 5, I think we're up to 5, I've lost count already, that's not a good sign. Think about what you're going to say before you hold the camera up in front of your face. There's so many times like when I haven't really thought about it too much and I get nervous and I forget what I'm going to say, and so then I have to like shamefully put the camera down and start all over again, which is just more awkward. So try and think about what you want to say before you start filming. Okay, tip number 6. Try to remember that you're probably never going to see these people again. I know it doesn't apply so much if you're filming in your hometown, but when you're traveling, what are the chances you're going to see them again? I think just get a little bit of courage, do your bit, and then put the camera down and walk away casually as if nothing ever happened. Okay, tip number 7. Tip number 7? So tip number 7 is like a little bit for the aftermath. If someone's like, what are you doing? I always say I'm making like a video for my friends and family back home. Like I've said it's for YouTube before, and not everyone really gets that, but if I say I'm making a video for family and friends, people are kind of like, oh, okay, and it's not so weird. Okay, so tip number 8 kind of contradicts tip number 7. Those people were older, so I was just like, oh, sorry, I'm just making a video for my family and friends, because old people get that. They think it's cute. Oh, she wants to send a video home to her mum. You know, that's awesome. If you are in a hostel though and you're traveling with other young people, everyone under the age of 35 has heard of YouTube, so they're probably going to know what you're talking about. So if you do meet someone in a hostel and you want to travel with them for the day, I find it's best to be upfront and say, hey, I make YouTube videos, so I might talk to the camera a little bit while we're out, and I feel like everyone's just kind of like, yeah, cool, whatever. Bonus points, they might even want to be in the video with you and you have someone to bounce off while you're filming, which makes it more interesting. But yeah, so I find it best if you're traveling with someone else, just be open. Don't just like bring up the camera at some point during the trip and start talking to it, because they might be like, what are you doing? But if you just tell them before you start filming yourself talking, it's going to be fine. You've cleared the awkwardness. It's all good. So my final tip would be to, if you don't want to attract attention, use an inconspicuous camera. Like, I'm an idiot and I use my SLR to do the talking parts of the vlog. I do have a mirrorless camera that is better for all the cool shots, but for the talking I use my D50-100 because it has a flip screen and I like to see myself and make sure I look cute while I'm talking to myself. If you use a smaller camera, you're less likely to draw attention to yourself. But also, if you were like me and you have an SLR, on the flip side, if you're using a big camera and you've got like a gimbal and you're fully set up, sometimes people will just assume you're like, I don't know, like they won't think it's weird because you have so much gear that you must be like doing something, if that makes sense. So either choose a small camera that is inconspicuous, or like go full gear setup, like gimbal, microphone, SLR, flip screen, and you'll be fine. Okay, so those are my tips. If you found this video helpful, which hopefully you did, you should give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I like to say I make daily travel vlogs, but I might upload like a couple of times a week. So I do upload travel vlogs and also share tips sometimes. Yeah, so bye for now.